Hi everyone, what's up? Joshua here from Alternative Brew, and today we're here to check out the Artisan Barista electric temperature variable kettle. Now, it was Oscar Wilde who said, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And in coffee, you do see this all the time. And it certainly doesn't go unnoticed that this kettle looks very much like one of the most sought after premium gooseneck kettles on the market. I will save the ultimate comparison of electric kettles for a not too long in the future video, so keep an eye on that one. Right now though, let's jump in and check out the specs and performance of the Artisan Barista. This kettle full has a 1 litre capacity, and then filling it up is easy to that max fill line that's visible through the large opening at the top of the kettle. And a silicone seal is used around the edge of the lid, so when placing that metal lid on, it feels nice and secure. Now for those wondering if there is any plastic used on the inside of this kettle, it's basically only this seal on the lid, and this doesn't really come into contact with the water whilst it is heating. So no, there is no plastic used on the inside of this kettle. And whilst the handle itself, the bottom of the kettle, and then the base are all made from plastic, it's the lid, the whole body to the kettle, the weighted handle knob, and the spout of the kettle, which are all made from stainless steel. So to begin using the kettle, place the kettle on the base where it has a full 360 degrees of movement. On the right, you have your controls. On and off starts the kettle heating, and the LCD screen on the left shows you your current water temperature and your set water temperature. So what you want to do is use the plus or the minus buttons to set the temperature that you're after. And the kettle has a large range of 57 degrees Celsius all the way up to boiling. You're also able to set any temperature between this and then leave it on the screen blinking for 3 seconds. And then after that, the kettle will automatically begin heating to your set temperature. Another feature you have with this kettle is the keep warm button, and this will hold your kettle at a set temperature once it's reached for upwards of 1 hour. And the coffee cup logo will be present in the LCD screen if that keep warm function is on. Now, for all of those wondering, will it reheat back to my set temperature automatically again once I place it back down on the base? The answer is no. Now, I'm not young enough to know everything, but I do believe there is no coffee kettle that actually has this feature. Otherwise, you could easily, and accidentally mind you, place the kettle back on the base without any water in it and boil it dry, which would completely break the kettle. This kettle, they have you covered, and the moral of the story is don't turn an electric kettle on without any water in it. Now, my favorite function on this whole kettle is the boil button, and there are many occasions I'm using boiling water for brewing. But not only coffee brewing, but also for cooking, cleaning, and sanitizing too. So getting a kettle to boil with just one press of a button, it's kind of like having a regular kettle. And the kettle boils fast. It boils in under 3.5 minutes using a powerful 1800 watt input. And then it beeps twice once it has reached its set temperature. Now, when it comes to pouring with the Artisan Barista kettle, the handle and ergonomic design, this allows you to find your comfortable grip and offers many avenues whilst pouring. The gooseneck spout, this is ideal for controlling steady pouring and is reliable and doesn't stall too easily. Though that water can come out quite fast too if it's needed. But along with the Artisan kettle, you get 2 flow restrictors. Now you place these at the base of the spout of the kettle on the inside, and these can further restrict the flow of water at your maximum pour, as well as making it easier to control those really slow and steady pour rates where you're aiming for around 2 to 5 grams a second. Now, taking care of this kettle requires the occasional wipe down with a cloth and then rinsing out of the inside and then drying it whilst inspecting for scale buildup. Now, this will appear as white or brown hard caking on the inside of the kettle, and you would use some Kettle descaler from the link up above to take care of this. Scale on an electric kettle will decrease the performance of the kettle, so it is best to do this as soon as you see any scale, and that'll keep the kettle performing for years to come. And that's the Artisan Barista electric kettle for you. And let's be real here, if you're someone just getting into coffee brewing, or not wanting to splash out on something that's just basically going to be boiling your water, the answer is this kettle, straight up. It ticks all the boxes for a beautiful countertop kettle that's electric. It has a gooseneck spout, so it pours nicely and brings a satisfaction to each time you brew. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the Oscar Wilde quotations within this video, as they've worked as a serviceable substitute for wit. And if you have any further questions on this kettle, add them in the comments section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.